Dan Blograve out of Ackerley, Texas. He calls his tractor the Red Thunder. And for all you International Harvester fans, this is your last shot.
Red going after green. Let's just kick back and see what's going to happen. Either International or John Deere. Who's going to take the most prestigious indoor pull of the year?
John Deere is going to win it.
Boy.
Dan Blograve only goes 197.01. So your winner, Tom Castings out of Indiana, your John Deere driver. Boy, is he being congratulated by everybody. He is one happy son of a gun.
Tom, congratulations. Not only a great victory for you, but everybody that you pull against was over here to congratulate you. You're an awfully popular guy. Way to go.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This pull has meant a lot to me, and you don't know how many people have to help you to make you win a pull like this. I got an excellent mechanic. And Mike Robbins, and it takes a lot of coordination and a lot of help at home. My dad, he's not here tonight. He's back home running the business, and it takes a lot of work, and I appreciate you so much. Because ICI does a nice job down here. Track's in good shape. Tractor competitors were good competitors tonight, but we're top dog tonight, and that feels good.
Congratulations to you. I know you want to get home and call your dad.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Boy, he is one happy guy. Congratulations to Tom Castings as we run down the top 5. It was Dennis Goodwin, 5th. Mark Gettinger, 4th. 3rd, Stan Blograve. 2nd goes to Benny McKinnon, your winner tonight. You see how happy he is, Tom Castings. And when we come back, we're moving on to the 9,200-pound modified tractors. Great action still right around the corner on Power Track Tractor Division. And coming out first is going to be Fred Freeman out of Wadesville, Indiana, driving the mean mistreater. Look at those awesome engines.
Well, Richard, the people were treated to a super show in the Superstock category. This is a horse of a different color. I mean, horsepower. That's the name of this class, 92 mods. Freeman rolls out, a Vietnam vet. Keep an eye on his right hand. That's a throttle hand. Relies on Chevrolet for the horsepower. First shot out of the box. Let's see what's going to happen.
Look out. Whoa! He put it up to it. A full pull for Fred Freeman. First out of the chute. Way to go, big guy, all the way from Indiana. Our first puller gets a full pull. The crowd is loving him in Louisville, Kentucky.
Tell you what, Fred, you're close to home. That must be a lot of your hometown folks here, because this crowd is really going crazy after it runs.
Yes, Army, this is worse than a hometown bull here. I believe more people come to this one.
Fred, when you run this many engines, cooling has got to be a problem setting up on the starting line. How in the world do you keep them cool?
Well, we run alcohol for one thing, and also I'm lucky enough to get synthetic oil from Amoco Oil, which it stays a lot cooler than regular engine oil does, and I don't lose much oil pressure at all going down the track.
So the synthetic oil seems to really work for you?
Yes, I'm real tickled with it.
Well, we just received word you are the official leader, so hang on. They're going to be coming after you with everything they have in Louisville.
Thank you. I hope nobody else makes it out.
Words of wisdom from Fast Freddie Freeman out of Wadesville, Indiana. He is our leader with a full pull distance. Coming out next is a legendary name in the world of pulling. We're talking about Tim Engler out of Princeton, Indiana, as well as being one of the foremost builders in the country. He is also debuting a first-time ever 7-engine tractor. And Army spent some time earlier today with Tim Engler.
Now, 7 engines, Tim. How in the world did you come up with that combination?
Well, it was something that we wanted to try to do after running a 5-engine Arius tractor, and we needed to do something to save money. So we decided to create a Chevrolet engine tractor that would be as competitive as what we had before, but save ourselves money. So what we did is we built cheaper Chevrolet motors, and to come up with the same amount of horsepower that we used to have with a 5 Arius engine tractor, we needed to add engines to our tractor. Okay, so we knew we needed at least 5 motors in the 7,000-pound class to be equal horsepower to what we had before. Then we wanted to be able to add motors for the 9,000-pound class. And to do that, we came up with a combination that we had been working on with side-mounted motors, or transverse-mounted engines.
Okay, now that all puts all the power through the rear tires. What kind of wheel speed do you turn with a combination like this, and what kind of horsepower do you make?
Basically, these Chevrolet motors make around 1,100 horsepower each. Gear ratio depends on track condition, but we're up in the 120-mile-an-hour range, depending on what class it is. But that's pretty well the highest. Sometimes we'll get up 140 miles per hour on different track conditions. But all in all, it's worked out real well so far.
Well, let's see how this 7-engine setup of Tim Engler can do. Now, Army Fred Freeman just made a full pull with 5 engines. The everyday guy would think 7 engines ought to be able to do it also.
Well, on paper, it looks like it might work, but remember, they both weigh 9,200 pounds. Can you get the horsepower to the track? Engler has the horsepower, but I'll tell you what, the first 50 feet, it was not there for him. A little bit slippery on the start line. That's going to cost him on the other end only a 211.
211.26 for Tim Engler. You said a little slippage at starting line. Would that be from the track or because of the gear setup of the tractor?
I think he would just make it way too much horsepower for this particular track.
All right, that brings out an interesting setup. Coming out here, Art Arfons. He's out of Akron, Ohio. It's called the Green Monster. Army, those are twin-turbine helicopter engines.
Well, horsepower, again, will be no problem. It's going to get right back to a driver's track. The track will hold almost everything you have. Let's see what's going to happen. Arfon steps up and actually goes head-to-head in competition. Kind of a new role for him. Let's see how tough he really is with the Bush-sponsored twin-turbine.
Listen to that. Sounded like a jet plane coming in. 213.35 for Art Arfons. Didn't get the distance, but boy, what a show.
Yeah, Arfons, what can you say? The name Arfons, he's held the world speed record. He's going to go back in the future and try to take another shot at it. We're glad to have him in this sport. Currently, Chevrolet's on top, and look what's back into the sled, the man that has won every major pulling event in America except the National Farm Machinery Show. Dave and Ralph Banner are coming to town loaded for a win. Believe me, Richard.
David Banner, 15-time Grand National Champion, is off and rolling in the Mr. Chevy.
Banner coming at you on the big end. Watch out. Sam Powell. Banner's going out of here.
He does it. He has put it on the beach, Army. You coined a phrase many months ago. Everyone is picking up on it. A beach means a full pull. David Banner has done it. He is going to join fast Freddie Freeman in a pull-off. Maybe we'll have more. We'll find out when we come back on ESPN with more of Power Tracks. Kentucky Power Tracks continues with the 9,200-pound modified tractor division. We are talking the major leagues of professional truck and tractor pulling right here with TNT Motorsports as we're getting ready next for Dave Walsh. It's called the Irish Challenger. He is running Arius engines on top, Army.
Richard, what you can look for the rest of the night. Banner's made a full pull. Freeman's made a full pull. The pressure goes on everybody else. You have got to just literally put it on kill if you're going to get it out of here. Walsh is trying to get into a pull-off. Let's see if he can do it.
Looks good.
Got some ground speed. He might be there.
Oh, no, look at that distance. 234.99. 235 would have been a full pull. Dave Walsh missed a full pull by 1/100th of a foot.
Well, Dave, you can't get any closer than that. It was not a full pull by 1/100th of a foot on a 235 track. You go at 234.99.
I guess can't get any closer than that.
Well, you're sitting in the number 3 spotlight right now. Maybe you'll hang on and take that one of the prestigious top 3 positions out of here. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, heartbreak city for Dave Walsh as he just misses getting into a pull-off with that gentleman right there, David Banner.
Well, Dave Banner wants to take a win. He's conversing with his crew right now as if they're going to make any changes. They're going to a pull-off with Freeman. The question is anybody else going to be able to get in a pull-off? Richard, the drama is building in Louisville, Kentucky right now.
Our next puller is Russ Jansen out of Oregon, Illinois. He calls his tractor the Blackhawk Special. Remember, it is going to take a full pull to join Fred Freeman and the Banner brothers in this pull-off.
Well, the pressure is on all the rest of the field. Banner and Freeman, they know they're going to have to come back. These guys have got to make a full pull and then see if they can come back. We do not have a full pull on this run.
Oh, no, he bogs down real quick down the tractor, 188.65. Remember, a full pull, 235 feet. I guess sometimes number 2 isn't like being number 1. It's falling.
Hey, Richard, keep an eye on this guy. Phil Patterson teams up with Brian Knox. They're out of New York. Patterson always runs on KILL. He will go after you in a heartbeat. Patterson came to the Bluegrass State to win. Let's see what's going to happen.
It's called the Sassy Nasty. Whoa, fire! We have got problems on the track.
Yeah, but he didn't back out of it. He came to win and would... About a $30,000 engine explosion. The replay shows he kept his foot right in it, Richard. He wanted to win this thing. It was not to be.
169.96, but heck with the distance. Hey, thanks Phil Patterson and the Sassy Massey for a great show.
Well, Brian Knox in the brown jacket there, he's the owner and builder of the vehicle along with his father. They hired this man to drive the tractor, and believe me, you're not going to get a better driver than that guy right there. He gave her a ride, Richard.
The thousands of fans in Louisville, Kentucky certainly enjoyed the spectacle that Phil Patterson just gave us, and now we're down to our final Fuller Army, and it is a good one. We're talking about Mike Piper out of Mount Vernon, Illinois.